Is the silence in the bedroom growing louder? Do you look in the mirror and see a man whose inner fire has dwindled to a faint flicker? This feeling isn't just about getting older, it's about a loss of power, a quiet dread that the best part of your life is already in the rearview mirror. What if I told you that the spark to restart your engine, to reclaim that masculine energy, isn't found in a pharmacy but could be waiting in your kitchen right now? It sounds almost too simple to be true, but nature has provided potent tools for men. Today, we are going to uncover 3 specific fruits that can make a profound shift in your vitality. This isn't just about food. It's an act of reclaiming the man you know you still are. I am Dr. Valeria Alcantara, and here on our channel, we have the honest, direct conversations that are essential for a man's health and his dignity. We don't shy away from the tough topics of erection quality, testosterone, or prostate health, because your vitality matters, your confidence matters, and your virility is a cornerstone of who you are. We are building a movement of men who are taking back control of their health, and I want you to be a part of it. Before we go any further, show your commitment by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and letting me know in the comments which city you're watching from. It is incredibly powerful to see just how many of us are on this journey together. Ignoring this quiet decline is a dangerous path. It often begins subtly, with a little less energy in the afternoon, or an erection that isn't as firm as it used to be. You might dismiss it as just a bad day, or the inevitable toll of aging. But soon, that lack of energy leads to less physical activity, which can further lower your testosterone levels. This creates a devastating downward spiral. Low energy leads to a low mood, which in turn leads to even less desire and weaker performance in the bedroom. It's a vicious cycle that systematically chips away at your confidence, making you feel like a spectator in your own life, disconnected from the powerful, capable man you once were. This destructive cycle doesn't just impact you in isolation. It can poison the intimacy in your most important relationships. The unspoken frustration hangs heavy in the air, creating a silent gulf between you and your partner. You might start avoiding her touch, not from a lack of love, but from a deep-seated fear of failure and the shame that comes with it. This slow retreat can erode the very foundation of your connection, breeding loneliness and a profound sense of inadequacy. You begin to believe that this is your new reality, that the vibrant, confident man you were is gone for good. But I am here to tell you that this is not an irreversible sentence. It is a signal from your body that it needs the right fuel to reignite the flame. Let me share a story with you, a story I've heard in different forms from so many men who sit in my office. It's the story of Arthur, a 72-year-old widower. After his beloved wife passed away, a profound silence fell over his life. It wasn't just the quiet in his house, it was a silence within him. He felt as though the vibrant, strong man he had been for 5 decades had been buried alongside his wife. His energy was gone. His mornings were no longer greeted with the familiar sign of masculine health, and he felt a deep, gnawing sense that his story as a man was over. He had accepted a life of quiet resignation, believing that joy, connection, and virility were relics of a past he could never reclaim. Arthur's days fell into a predictable, gray routine. He would look at old photographs and remember a man full of passion and strength, a man who could work in the garden all day and still make love to his wife at night. Now, just walking up the stairs left him winded. He saw his friends at the local coffee shop, some of them with new partners, and felt a pang of something he couldn't name, a mix of envy and shame. He told himself he was too old, that his body was a worn-out machine that had simply run its course. This belief became his prison, isolating him not just from the possibility of new relationships, but from his own sense of self, his own dignity as a man. This sense of loss is not just about sex, it's about a loss of life force. For Arthur, the absence of his physical vitality was a constant, painful reminder of everything else he had lost. He felt invisible, a ghost in his own life, watching the world move on without him. He believed his body had fundamentally failed him, that the fire of his masculinity had been permanently extinguished, leaving only cold embers behind. He was convinced that this slow fade into obscurity was the unavoidable final chapter for a man his age. What he didn't realize was that his body wasn't broken. It was simply starved of the specific nutrients needed to restart its powerful engine and bring him back to life. Then there is Robert, a 68-year-old man who is deeply in love with his wife of 40 years. Unlike Arthur, his partner is right beside him, but an emotional chasm has grown between them, a divide created by silence and fear in the bedroom. He dreads the nights. He sees the love in his wife's eyes, feels her gentle touch, and his mind is filled with a torrent of panic. He wants to respond, to be the confident lover he once was, but his body betrays him. The fear of failure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the moment of intimacy is replaced by a moment of profound shame and disappointment, hanging thick and unspoken in the dark. This cycle of failure and shame has poisoned their intimacy. Robert has started making excuses to stay up later, pretending to be absorbed in a book or a television show, anything to avoid the possibility of that hopeful, gentle touch from his wife. He knows he is hurting her, and that knowledge is a heavy weight on his soul. He feels like a fraud, a man who can no longer fulfill the most fundamental part of his role as a husband. He is terrified that she sees him as less of a man, that her love is slowly being eroded by his inability to connect with her in the way they both long for. This isn't a lack of desire, it's a mechanical breakdown that is dismantling his confidence piece by piece. The stories of Arthur and Robert are not isolated cases. They represent the silent suffering of millions of men who believe they are alone in this struggle. They feel that their virility, their very essence as men, has an expiration date. But I am here to tell you, as a doctor and as a guide on this journey, that this is a dangerous and unnecessary belief. This decline is not a mandatory sentence of aging. It is a physiological signal, a cry for help from your body. It's a sign that the complex systems that govern your masculine power are missing the essential keys to function properly. Your body has not forgotten how to be vital. It simply needs the right raw materials to thrive once again. The brilliant system of your body is designed for vitality at every age, but it depends on a critical messenger molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as the master switch for a powerful erection. When your brain sends a signal of arousal, it is nitric oxide that is released into the blood vessels of the penis, telling them to relax and open wide. This is the command that allows a surge of blood to flow in, creating the firmness and fullness you desire. When nitric oxide levels are low, that signal is weak. The switch doesn't flip, the vessels don't open fully, and the result is a weak or non-existent erection, just as Robert experiences. This is where nature provides a potent solution, and our first fruit is the pomegranate. For centuries, this fruit has been a symbol of fertility and strength, and modern science is now showing us why. Pomegranates are packed with powerful antioxidants that protect the delicate nitric oxide molecules from being destroyed by oxidative stress. More than that, they actively boost the enzymes that produce nitric oxide in your body. In essence, eating pomegranates is like sending in a team of expert technicians to protect and upgrade the electrical wiring that controls your erectile function, ensuring the signal for arousal is strong, clear, and effective every single time you need it. Let's use a metaphor to make this even clearer. Imagine your circulatory system is a complex network of high-performance hydraulic hoses. For an erection to happen, you need a powerful surge of pressure to flow through a specific set of these hoses. Nitric oxide is the command from the central control system that says, "Open the valves now." The antioxidants in pomegranates act as a rust-proofing and maintenance solution for this entire system. They keep the valves from getting stuck and the hoses from becoming stiff and brittle, guaranteeing that when the command is given, the system responds with immediate and powerful force. This isn't just about one night. It's about restoring the fundamental mechanics of your virility. What's truly remarkable is that this process doesn't just benefit you in the bedroom. The same mechanism that improves blood flow for a powerful erection also improves blood flow to your heart, your brain, and your muscles. A healthy level of nitric oxide is linked to lower blood pressure, improved cardiovascular health, and even better cognitive function. This is what we mean when we say that your sexual health is a direct indicator of your overall health. By nourishing your body with something as simple as a daily glass of pure pomegranate juice, you are not just addressing erectile issues. You are fortifying your entire body, reclaiming your vitality from the inside out. For a man like Robert, trapped in a cycle of performance anxiety, this knowledge is a lifeline. His problem is not a lack of love or desire for his wife. His issue is a breakdown in a physical process. By understanding that he can directly support his body's nitric oxide production, he can begin to shift his focus from fear to proactive solutions. He can start to see food not just as sustenance, but as a tool to rebuild his confidence and restore the physical connection in his marriage. This simple, daily habit becomes an act of empowerment, a way to take back control from the shame that has held him captive for so long. Now let's talk about the fuel that powers the entire masculine system: testosterone. This powerful hormone is the very essence of your masculine energy. It governs your sex drive, your muscle mass, your bone density, your mood, and your competitive spirit. As men age, testosterone levels naturally decline, but this process is often drastically accelerated by poor nutrition and a sedentary lifestyle. This is the deep, bone-weary fatigue that Arthur feels. A feeling that his inner fire has been reduced to a faint, flickering pilot light. To reignite that flame, your body needs the right kind of fuel. Our second powerful fruit, the avocado, provides exactly that. Avocados are a rich source of healthy monounsaturated fats. Many men mistakenly fear fats, but these specific fats are the essential building blocks for hormone production. Think of your body as a high-performance engine. Testosterone is the premium, high-octane fuel that makes it run with power and force. The healthy fats from avocados are the raw, high-quality crude oil from which your body refines its essential fuel. Without these raw materials, the refinery simply cannot produce the fuel you need, and your entire system begins to slow down, sputter, and lose its power. The science behind this is clear. Your body cannot create testosterone out of thin air. It requires cholesterol, which is produced from the healthy fats you consume, as the primary precursor molecule. Furthermore, avocados are rich in key nutrients like boron, a trace mineral that studies have shown can play a significant role in supporting healthy testosterone levels and reducing inflammation. By incorporating avocado into your diet, you are giving your body's hormone-producing factory the exact high-grade materials it needs to operate at its peak, helping to restore the energy and drive you thought were gone for good. For Arthur, whose spirit has been dulled by years of fatigue and resignation, this is a revolutionary concept. His lack of energy isn't just a symptom of grief or old age. It's a direct consequence of a hormonal system that is running on empty. By adding half an avocado to his daily lunch, he can begin a simple, tangible process of refueling. This isn't a magic pill, but a consistent act of providing his body with the resources to rebuild itself. As his testosterone levels begin to stabilize, he will notice the return of not just physical energy, but mental clarity and a renewed sense of purpose and drive. Imagine the change. The man who struggled to climb the stairs begins to feel a new strength in his legs. The man who felt a constant fog of fatigue starts to wake up feeling refreshed, perhaps even noticing the return of a healthy morning erection, a powerful biological sign that his system is coming back online. This physical revival translates directly into emotional and mental strength. It gives him the confidence to re-engage with the world, to perhaps call an old friend, join a club, or simply feel like a capable, vital man again. This is how you reclaim a life, not by accepting decline, but by actively nourishing your masculine core. The third and final piece of this puzzle is about protection and longevity. It's not enough to boost nitric oxide for today or fuel testosterone for tomorrow. You must protect the very pathways that make it all possible. The thousands of miles of blood vessels in your body, especially the microscopic ones responsible for erectile function, are incredibly delicate. Over the decades, they are under constant assault from inflammation and oxidative stress, a process you can think of as a slow internal rusting that makes them stiff, brittle, and narrow. This damage is a primary driver of erectile dysfunction and heart disease. This is where our third category of fruits, dark berries like blueberries and blackberries, become your greatest allies. These small fruits are nutritional giants, packed with compounds called flavonoids and anthocyanins. These are some of the most powerful antioxidants found in nature. To understand their function, let's use a powerful metaphor. Imagine your vascular system is a network of intricate, delicate pipelines. Oxidative stress is like a corrosive sludge that builds up inside, causing rust and blockages, restricting flow. The antioxidants in berries are like a highly specialized maintenance crew that constantly scrubs these pipelines, removing the sludge, repairing the damage, and keeping the pipeline walls flexible and strong. Major studies, including long-term research from institutions like Harvard University, have drawn a direct line between a diet rich in these flavonoids and a significantly lower risk of developing erectile dysfunction. Men who regularly consume these fruits are essentially providing their bodies with a daily defense system. This system neutralizes the free radicals that cause cellular damage, reduces the inflammation that stiffens arteries, and protects the delicate endothelial lining of the blood vessels where nitric oxide is produced. It is the ultimate long-term strategy for preserving your sexual function and your cardiovascular health for the decades to come. This is the foundational work. While pomegranate helps to flip the switch and avocado provides the fuel, berries ensure the entire system is maintained in pristine condition for the long haul. A handful of blueberries in your morning oatmeal or a bowl of mixed berries as a snack is not just a treat. It is a profound investment in your future vitality. It's a declaration that you are not just trying to fix a problem for tonight, but that you are committed to building a body that is resilient, responsive, and powerful for all the years ahead. This is how you build a lasting foundation for virility. For both Arthur and Robert, this final piece completes the picture. For Robert, it means that his efforts to boost nitric oxide will be more effective because the vessels themselves are healthier and more responsive. For Arthur, it means that as his testosterone levels rise, his newly energized body will have a circulatory system that can actually support his renewed drive and desire. This integrated approach, addressing the signal, the fuel, and the infrastructure, is the most powerful and sustainable path to reclaiming the man you are meant to be. It is a holistic strategy for rebuilding your masculinity from the ground up. These three solutions, pomegranate, avocado, and berries, are not a complicated prescription. They are a simple, powerful, and delicious commitment you make to yourself. This isn't about a restrictive diet or a magic fix. It is about the conscious daily act of choosing to nourish your body with the exact tools it needs to restore its natural power. It is about understanding that your plate can be your most potent ally in the fight against the decline that society tells you is inevitable. This is you taking the controls back, one meal at a time. Think of this as a new ritual of self-respect. For years, you have worked hard, built a career, raised a family, and provided for others. You have proven you know how to build things that last. Now, the most important project is you. It is time to become the master architect of your own health and vitality. Each time you choose one of these fruits, you are laying another brick in the new foundation of your strength. You are sending a clear and powerful message to every cell in your body. We are not shutting down. We are rebuilding. We are coming back to life. This process is about consistency over intensity. A single healthy meal is good, but a consistent habit is transformative. Start small. A glass of juice in the morning. Half an avocado with your lunch. A handful of berries in the evening. This small daily discipline will create a ripple effect that builds momentum over time. You will start to feel the changes first. A little more energy, a clearer mind, a better mood. Then, the more profound physical changes will follow, as your body's systems begin to synchronize and function as they were designed to. The power you are reclaiming is not just physical, it is profoundly emotional and spiritual. When your body feels strong and responsive, your confidence soars. You walk taller. You engage with the world more directly. The fear and shame that once lived in the shadows begin to recede, replaced by a sense of pride and self-possession. You start to feel like the man you see in your memories, not as a relic of the past, but as a living, breathing reality in the present. This is the true meaning of reclaiming your virility. It's about feeling fully, powerfully, and unapologetically alive in your own skin once again. This journey is about so much more than the fruit on your plate. It is a profound act of self-respect. It is a declaration that your story is not over, that your power does not have an expiration date. Every time you choose to nourish your body with these powerful foods, you are sending a clear, undeniable message to your spirit and to every cell within you. I am still here. I am still a man. I am worth fighting for. This is not a diet. It is a discipline of dignity. It is the decision to stop accepting a life of quiet decline and to start actively, consciously, and deliberately rebuilding the vital, strong man you have always been. This is you taking back the command of your own life, reclaiming your masculine core with intention and with pride. For decades, you have been the builder of a family, a career, a legacy. You poured your strength into projects for others. Now, the most important project is you. It is time to become the master architect of your own vitality. Think of your body not as a machine that is breaking down, but as a powerful forge that has grown cold from a lack of the right fuel. The foods we have discussed today are not just nutrients. They are the high-grade coal and the bellows needed to reignite the fire within. You are not resting away. You are simply waiting for the spark to bring the forge back to roaring life, ready to shape the years ahead with strength, heat, and unwavering power. That formidable man you remember is not a memory. He is waiting to be rebuilt. The transformation this ignites goes far beyond the physical. When you feel your body respond, when you feel that surge of energy return, when you experience the confidence of a firm and reliable erection, something profound shifts within you. The shame and fear that have kept you in the shadows begin to dissolve, replaced by a quiet, unshakable confidence. You will stand taller, speak with more certainty, and engage with the world not as a spectator, but as a participant, a leader, a man fully alive. This is the true essence of virility, not just a physical function, but the powerful feeling of being whole, capable, and unapologetically masculine in every aspect of your life. It is the feeling of being truly, vibrantly, and powerfully you. If this message has stirred something within you, it is because you are not alone in this fight. You are part of a growing movement of men who refuse to become invisible, who are choosing vitality over resignation. Do not keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a brother, or any man in your life who deserves to hear that it is never too late to reclaim his power. Subscribe to this channel and join our community, a brotherhood dedicated to living with strength and dignity at every age. Your journey of renewal has just begun, and together, we will ensure the best years are not behind you, but are waiting right ahead. I will see you in the comments.